Hello everybody and welcome to Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is, you guessed it, Jessica Hitt, and this is a review that does not matter. On today's episode we will be reviewing Season 5 of Star Wars Clone Wars, which you can find on Netflix. If you're new to my channel, you will not know that I have started watching Star Wars for the first time ever starting this last December. I watched the originals, I watched the prequels, and I found out that Netflix has Star Wars Clone Wars on there, so I thought I'd watch that. And I am so deep into the Star Wars universe right now. I've been doing research. It is insane. I want to see Rebels really bad. I can't wait for episode 8 to come out. I'm sucked in real far. Not as far as Harry Potter, but real far. Anyway, back to Season 5 of Clone Wars. I love this season. I thought it was spectacular. I loved almost every single bit of it. I think that it was smart of them to really focus on Ahsoka Tano because she's just such a strong character. She really is. She's likable. She's also a complete badass. She's a great Jedi. She's really strong. She learns from Anakin and Obi-Wan all the time. She's, I really like her. I kind of want to be her for Halloween, but that would be a hard costume to do. Season 5 starts off really strong with bringing back Darth Maul and Savage Opress, but it really gets going in my book when we visit the rebels on Onderon, where we see Lex Montero, we meet Saw Gerrera from Rogue One for the first time. You see him as a kid, well, kind of a kid. I'm assuming he's like a young man, most likely. And you see kind of the start of that whole rebellion and what's going to happen after Revenge of the Sith. And I loved it. I loved how they were tasked with showing them how to defend themselves and how to fight these things, but they couldn't really get involved. And I mean, if you watch my video yesterday, you'll know that I love Lex Montero, and I really like him and Ahsoka Tano as like this friendship group, and I like how they stayed away from Ahsoka and Lux being the romance, and Lux falls for the leader of the group, which I am forgetting her name at the moment, which is a bummer because she was a really cool character. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed that Ahsoka just let it go and she let her responsibility as a Jedi, her purpose before feelings, overcome, and I thought that was really great of her character. I loved how they spent so much time on Onderon as well, and seeing how this group of rebels didn't know how to do anything, and all of a sudden they're just like badass after the Jedis teach them how to do it. But it did end up really sad with the death of their leader, and a little hopeful with Lux rejoining the Senate and being a senator. But it's just, I really enjoyed it, and I hope we see more from them. I'm not sure if we will. I'm not sure if we'll see these characters in Star Wars Rebels. But I hope we do, because I really enjoyed the Rebel stuff on Onderon. And then it goes straight into Ahsoka kind of being the center of fold again, where she's bringing a group of 5 younglings to go and build their lightsabers, which I thought was really cool. I liked learning these 5 or 6, I think actually, 6 different younglings and their kind of personality traits, and figuring out how they make a lightsaber was super cool. And then of course you bring back Hondo. I think is his name. Hondo? I don't know, the pirate guy? You bring back the pirate who decides to take the ship, and I just like this relationship that those pirates have with the Jedis, because it's really just like, they help out all the time, but then like, hey, if the pirates can make money, they're gonna screw over the Jedi, which is kind of what happens. Ahsoka does a great job of getting them all off the ship, but then one last minute thing comes and she gets stuck with the pirates, and they're gonna try to sell her off, and the younglings decide that they're going to rescue her because Obi-Wan Kenobi can't do it, and it's just, I really enjoyed those episodes. They're really good, and I loved how at the end of it the pirates had to team up with the younglings and Ahsoka to get rid of Count Dooku, who comes back to destroy the pirates, because of course this is the same one that decided to enslave Count Dooku, and he's not very happy about that. And I just really like Hondo the pirate. I think he's such a cool character, and I like how you see that he really does end up liking one of those younglings who like really screwed him over on the money thing. But yeah, he's fond of them. He likes the Jedis. He just wants to make money, and I love that. And then you get all of the stuff on Mandalore, and the death of Satine by Darth Maul is just like rough. It's rough because you just care so much about Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's such a good guy that you don't want him to feel pain, and then you kill off Satine, who has actually grown on me in these last couple seasons. Like every time I see her, I like her more, and it was really heartbreaking to see. And then he had to turn around and then get out of there with the help of Satine's sister, who used to be in Death Watch, but cannot subscribe to the whole Darth Maul being the leader of Mandalore thing. And now Darth Maul has he's like the leader of this outer world crime ring. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But now he has all of these crime lords that are like serving him, and I'm just like, what's going on there? What is going on there? But I love those episodes, even though they were emotionally draining. And speaking of emotionally draining, you get the Ender, the last 4 episodes of the season, which is all about someone attacking the Jedi temple, and then they find it because Anakin and Ahsoka are tasked with finding the person, and then Ahsoka gets framed for killing that person. And this was a great arc in the last bit of that season. It made me angry because it's like there was no doubt on most people's minds that Ahsoka wouldn't do that, and it's just like, after everything she's done for this war effort and how she's gotten to know all of these Jedis, that really, I mean, you have Anakin, of course, who does not think that she's doing it at all, and then you have Rex is on her side, and then you have Obi-Wan Kenobi, who I don't think thought that she could do it. And then also there was, I think his name was Plo Koon, the guy with the mask on his face, the one that actually discovered Ahsoka on her home planet and brought her to the Jedi Temple to get trained. I think that those 3 are the only ones who really thought that she wasn't guilty of doing that. Like Yoda, Mace Windu, Tarkin was in this episode and was not happy about all of this stuff. But no one was sticking up for her the way that she should have been stuck up for. It pissed me off, and I can see why Ahsoka left at the end of the season. Like, she lost all faith in the Jedi Council. I would too, especially when they turned it around and like, this was your great trial, and they would make her a Jedi Knight instead of being a Padawan anymore. I'm like, I would literally be like, fuck you guys. Like, you were going to sentence me to death. You were gonna let me die. This just does a fantastic job of showing why Anakin distrusts the Jedi Council. And I see why he does, because I would be pissed too. I would be really angry after he's done all of that, and then he loses Padawan, who he's just grown so attached to, you know? Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I teared up at the end of that when Ahsoka decided to leave, because I knew it was gonna happen. I could tell by the look on her face. But it was hard to see, especially considering she's such a great character. And I'm not sure if she's gonna be in the next season. I don't know if she's gonna be like show up at one point, or if we're just not gonna see her again in Clone Wars. But I just think that this season was almost a tribute to her as a character, and I think they did a really good job about it. And also it just shows that, I'm assuming this is super close to the events that take place in Revenge of the Sith, why Anakin is just, yeah, he turns more to the dark side. I can see it, how he's swayed by Palpatine, and how he just lost Ahsoka, he's already lost his mother, he doesn't want to lose Padme in that movie, so that's what happens. And it really adds depth to the movie. I'd be interested in watching the prequels now that I've seen Clone Wars, except for the last season. I want to finish that, of course, first. Like the video if you like the video. If you like me, subscribe as well. I have a whole series on Star Wars if you want to see them. And then I will be doing a lot of things next week. I've got tomorrow will be the last episode of Clone Wars, and then I'm going to be bringing in JessFlix, which I will explain tomorrow what that is, and then we're going to be going into a series of unfortunate events, which is awesome. Anyway, also, just comment below anything you want. No spoilers on anything, just whatever you want to say. Say it down below. Get it out of your system. Tell me how much you hate me. Tell me how much you like me. I don't care. Just do it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.